Welcome everybody to Boise, Idaho as the college basketball season kicks off between the Chicago Tech Crocodiles and the Boise State Broncos. This is the very first game in Chicago Tech history. Their inaugural starting lineup will be Rashad Pickney, Elijah Smith, Zachary Seals, Marcus Vincenzo, and Ronald Clemens. The Crocodiles are coached by head coach John Chandler. It says Mick Cronin's their coach. He's not. It's John Chandler. And for the Boise State Broncos, Devontae Powell, Lamar Wilcox, Jacob Bader, Chuck Hilton, and Jeffrey English. This is the starting lineup for them. So the face-off between English and Ronald Clemens will go to English and the Broncos, and this game is officially underway. Our first few seconds of hopefully many great seconds of Chicago Tech basketball. Here's Jacob Bader with it, guarded by the only senior on the roster, Zachary Seals. He connects to Devontae Powell. Powell guarded by Rashad Pickney, who played for Loyola Chicago last year. The shot is no good, but the big man, Jeffrey English, will pick it up. 2-0 Boise State, Rashad Pickney with it. He will find Marcus Vincenzo, and the first bucket in Chicago Tech history will go to the Italy native, Marcus Vincenzo. 4-2 is your score. Boise State has the lead. As here's Chuck Hilton with it. Tough shot. Nice defense from Vincenzo, rebounded by Ronald Clemens. Here comes the Crocodiles. Zachary Seals with it. He's going to find the freshman guard, Elijah Smith. Back to Seals. Seals for three, and it's good. Nice shot right there from number 35, Zachary Seals. As that one's going to be tipped and stolen. Here's the sophomore big man, Ronald Clemens with it over to Rashad Pickney. Pickney over to Vincenzo, who's going to be blocked by Chuck Hilton. Here comes for Broncos, Devontae Powell with it. Powell guarded by Rashad Pickney, who had a buzzer beater in the round of 32 a season ago. He finds Jeffrey English, who gets the and one. Foul on Ronald Clemens. 5-8 is your score. Jacob Bader guarded by the junior, Mahmoud Abdul-Wahad, as Bader makes the reverse layup. 10-5 is your score. Devontae Powell with it. Powell off of the screen finds Chuck Hilton, who is going to be denied by the junior Quantavious October. Boise State will get it back as wide open in the corner will be Devontae Powell. His shot is off, rebounded by October. Over to Nate Brown, over to Mahmoud Abdul-Wahad, back to Brown, the freshman. The mid-range shot is good, and the scoring drought will end for Chicago Tech. 7-10 now your score. Here's for freshman Walton Banks II, the son of assistant coach Walton Banks, as he connects with Quantavious October, who hits the three, and we are now tied up at 10. Now it's 13-10. Nice short shot right there from Chuck Hilton, as it's going to be brought down the court by the freshman Utah native Jake Jackson, who's related to Westlake linebacker Owen Jackson. Jake Jackson misses that one, rebounded by the Broncos. Jacob Bader with it. Bader guarded by Mahmoud Abdul-Wahad, as his short shot is off, rebounded by Jeffrey English. Solid defense from Quantavious October, but it goes in anyway. 15-16 now your score. It's Ronald Clemens with it. Clemens is likely going to be the only center on this roster, with Calvin Yatseg being redshirted. There's Jake Jackson, the freshman, for three. And the Crocs take the lead, 18 apiece now, as Jake Jackson from deep again. This time it's off, rebounded by Jacob Bader. Here comes the Broncos running the floor. Devontae Powell on two, it's off. But Chuck Hilton with a rebound and a very nice layup. Boise State takes the lead. 21-20 October on the inbound. Over to the senior, Zachary Seals for three. And we are tied up just like that at 21 apiece. Solid defense right there from Marcus Vincenzo. It's off. That'll be Elijah Smith with the rebound. Rashad Pickney with it. Pickney has not scored yet today. Crocs passing it around. There's Elijah Smith for three, giving Chicago Tech the lead. 24-23, Devontae Powell. His shot is off, rebounded by Chuck Hilton. These Broncos are dominating the offensive glass. 25-27 now, as here is Lamar Wilcox over to Powell. Powell finds Jeffrey English, who hits the short shot. 4-point Boise State lead, as here is Quantavious October, who played football a season ago for Rhode Island. Over to Walton Banks II, who's going to get the and one. Foul on Chuck Hilton. 28-29 now. Nice reverse dunk from Hilton. Marcus Vincenzo had no chance on that one. 28-31 is your score. Boise State up. Here's Chuck Hilton with it. Hilton, despite the contact, he will miss it, but Jeffrey English with the putback, as Quantavious October was unable to make the rebound, 28-33. Now your score, Devontae Powell over to Hilton, who hits the layup, and it's now a 7-point Boise State lead with 1:48 left in the half. Chicago Tech needs a bucket to gain some momentum back. Here's Jake Jackson with it. Jackson over to Ronald Clemens, who will miss the dunk, but he'll get the rebound, and he will find Mahmoud Abdul-Wahad for three. What a turn of events right there. And it's a 4-point game now. Here's Jacob Bader with it over to Jeffrey English. English on the perimeter, tightly guarded by Ronald Clemens. He's going to find Lamar Wilcox. Wilcox guarded by Jake Jackson. Pick and roll as there's Chuck Hilton to the rim, getting the dunk. 37-41, not much time left until halftime. Here's Walton Banks for second at the buzzer. It's off. And your score, Boise State 41, Chicago Tech 37. I'm surprised to see the Crocodiles hanging in there, even though Rashad Pickney still has not scored a single bucket yet, as no one's really starring for Chicago Tech. Everybody's getting a taste of the basketball. There's Chuck Hilton to start the second half off with a bucket. 39-43, nice tip from Elijah Smith, and Ronald Clemens will get it. Here comes Chicago Tech. Elijah Smith with it. Smith over to a wide open Marcus Vincenzo for three. It is a 1-point game now. 42-45 now your score. Here's Rashad Pickney from deep. His first bucket as a Crocodile. We are now tied up. 45 apiece. Jeffrey English will miss it. Excellent defense from Ronald Clemens. Here comes Chicago Tech. Rashad Pickney for three again, and he drills it, and the Crocodiles take the lead as Rashad Pickney, 6 points on the last two possessions. He's had none in the rest of the game. Nice rebound from Elijah Smith. Here comes for Crocodiles. Zachary Seals with it. Seals over to Rashad Pickney. Pickney trying to drive. He's going to get it to Ronald Clemens, who will hit the shot. 54-45, Crocodiles on a nice run. There's Devontae Powell for three. It's off. Rebounded by Mahmoud Abdul-Wahad. Nate Brown wide open. Brown for three, and it's off. That is a huge miss for Boise State. They don't want to be down by 12. As wide open, down low is going to be Lamar Wilcox, who gets the bucket. 54-47 now your score as Powell with it. Devontae Powell, he's going to drive to the rim. Solid defense from October, but Powell will get it back, and he's going to lay it in. 54-49, Chicago Tech still does have the lead, as here's Devontae Powell with it. Powell over to Chuck Hilton. Two hands for safety on that one. Nice dunk by Hilton. 54-51, Jake Jackson for three, and it's good. Nice pass from Pickney. Chicago Tech will double their lead, and then Jake Jackson with the shot clock cheese. Did he get it off in time? They are actually going to review this one. What a play right there from the Utah native. And as you can see, it's awfully close, but it turns out he got it off at the split second, sort of like Rashad Pickney did back when he was a Rambler against Michigan. 61-56, 6:43 left to go. Here's Hilton with it. Despite the solid defense from Vincenzo, wide open in the corner for three. That's going to be Elijah Smith, and it's now a 6-point lead for Chi Tech. As here is Hilton with it. His shot is no good. Rebounded by Zachary Seals over to Vincenzo, over to Clemens. He will find Walton Banks the second, who's going to be blocked by the Broncos. Jacob Bader with it. He's going to find Chuck Hilton, who's going to be denied inside by Marcus Vincenzo. Elijah Smith over to his high school teammate, Walton Banks the second. That one is no good. Rebounded by Elijah Smith. Over to Clemens. Back to Walton Banks the second for three. 9-point lead now for the Crocs. As here is Zachary Seals on the drive. It's good. 69-62 with just over 4 minutes left. Crocodiles looking good as Boise State loses it. Elijah Smith with the steal, and Smith with the tomahawk jam. Take another look at that one. Known for his flashy dunks in high school, and he gets one right there. Definitely one of the best athletes on the Chicago Tech team, filled with young, talented athletes, is Rashad Pickney, top of the key for three. That one could be the dagger of just under 3 minutes to go. Now it's a 6-point game. Hilton with it. He will shoot that one over Vincenzo. It's good. 74-70. Boise State still definitely has a chance. Here comes the Crocs. Elijah Smith with it. Smith, pop a shot. No good. Rebounded by Ronald Clemens, and he will get the putback. Big bucket for the Crocs. 76-70 now. Here's Devontae Powell with it. Powell over to Lamar Wilcox. Reverse layup. 76-72. As Rashad Pickney on the inbound, he will get it to Elijah Smith. Smith trying to drive. He will hit the tough layup. 78-72 now is your score. Smith playing very well late here in the second half as the Broncos passing it around. It's Lamar Wilcox with it. Wilcox putting the defender on skates, and it's just a 2-point game. Zachary Seals over to Vincenzo. Vincenzo with a big layup. It's now 80-76 with just under 10 seconds to go. And Elijah Smith, I think that one's going to be the dagger, dunking on a pair of Boise State defenders. Oh my goodness, what a play from the freshman Elijah Smith. That's all she wrote. Chicago Tech wins 82-76. Everybody ate for the Crocodiles. Elijah Smith led the way with 15 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Ronald Clemens, 9 points, 8 boards, and the Crocs will start off 1-0.